Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley Marie Plans. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube and I'm just trying to shake things up a little bit, get back on here, get back onto a routine. And I thought that it would be great to start with the Erin Condren Teacher Lesson Planner. So today I'm going to be going over with you guys the way that I'm going to be using it this year. I am going to be showing you guys the 2020 to 2021 planner. I currently am using the 2019 to 2021 as a work planner, so I'll have to show you guys how I use that sometime. But for today, we're going to be going over the 2020-2021 planner, and I'm going to be using it in kind of like a not so normal way. I'm not a teacher, I'm a manager at a major retailer, so I work long days. I'm homeschooling Kenzie right now in the process. My husband is home with her during the day and he does like the basic stuff, but I like to do more of like the assignments and the projects and things like that, so I do that with her, and it's time for me and her, like just one-on-one at home. So anyways, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the multiple different ways that I plan on using this planner. So as we get started in the next slide, you guys will see all those different ways, and I hope that you're able to maybe take something away from it that you hadn't seen before. And I look forward to seeing some of the other videos that are out there to give me a little bit of inspiration for the couple of pages that I wasn't sure what to do with. So that's it. All right, let's jump right into it. Woo! It has been a while since I've been on here and done a video for you guys, but I have finally moved into my husband's office downstairs. He's created a space for me, so I'm back in like an environment where I can film and have alone time and shut the door and not have my children bother me. So here I am. I am here today to review the teacher planner. This is the Erin Condren 2020 to 2021 teacher lesson planner. I am going to be using this planner for a couple different things, so I thought that I would just take a minute to just do a quick preview of what's inside, how I plan on using each of the pages, and then I plan on coming back after I've moved into it more and actually spent some time filling in these pages and using it some. I'm going to come back and share with you guys what's working with me and my family and what's not. So let's jump right in. Okay, so before I turn the page, I did want to talk for a second about the cover that I chose. So I love this rainbow colored pencil heart thing going on here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure why I put like just my name here. I should have put like Zyler's or something. That's my last name. That's how you pronounce it. But I just love this quote, "We're all in this together." I don't know that it's a quote, but I'm a 90s baby and I grew up loving every single High School Musical video, High School Music, what is that? Yeah, movie. So I loved every single one of those. And this just kind of came to me as I was trying to figure out a quote. And I was like, wow, it's so perfect. It's like, I know this time is like crazy and people are just up in arms, you know, they're frustrated and tired, and some people are enjoying this time, like my husband, he's loving being home. But yeah, so I just thought this is kind of like a cute quote. We're all in this together. I feel like it goes for the time that we're in. Who knows how long we're going to be in this, stuck at home, homeschooling our kids, all that good stuff. So I plan on using this planner for a multitude of different things. So first I was going to have it just be for Mackenzie's homeschooling, because I plan on doing a little bit of homeschooling over the summer as well. But then I was like, well, how cool would it be to just have like a central household planner, like somewhere where we can come together and jot down, like for my husband, some ideas that we have, for like our business and just like our family goals, and then a place for me to also like jot down my kids' school. So let me jump right in and show you guys what I got. All right, so here is the front. I am loving the new retro. I was actually a fan of the kaleidoscope. So you can get this in the new retro or the kaleidoscope, which was last year's life planner theme. So you can get it in this retro or the kaleidoscope. Before this was the triangles. I love that one as well. I actually use that one for my work planner, which I do plan on doing a video on that someday. But yes, so I'm loving the retro. So here I plan on doing a couple different things just to make this more personal to our family. So I'm going to be using some cover up, some like just sticker paper, I guess, and cutting it out. I'm going to be covering this entire part up, and I'm going to write in like really cute cursive Zyler family. And then I'm going to do just like some fun pictures. So this will be like Mackenzie's spot, Steven's spot, and then my husband and I, his name is also Steven. So this will be like our area. So this will just be like pictures of our family, like as of right now, some current ones. And if I continue to do this over the years, I can, you know, continue to keep, you know, be able to look back and see what was kind of going on in our lives then. over here, I plan on doing kind of the same thing. So I'm going to cover up some of this up and personalize it a little bit more. We are a military family, so I thought maybe like covering this up and maybe putting like where we're at for the year. I mean, we are here for like 3 or 4 years, but I don't know, just I'm going to personalize this a little bit more. I'm going to edit out all like the classroom stuff. So I thought about doing all about covering that up, widening that out, and put the Xylers. I don't know. I'm gonna personalize this a little bit more. This is gonna be a family page. I do plan to cover this up some. Already talked about this page. All right, so this one kind of stumped me. I was really trying to figure out how I could use this as something other than, so this is made like if you're a teacher, for a communication log. So a place that, like, I guess if you're having trouble with like students or something, you would write down the date that you called the parent and then, I don't know, whatever the reason or how you resolved it. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. I can't tell you how often I find myself wondering when the last time we changed something out was. And I have a theory going about these light bulbs in my house right now. They're going out constantly. So I'm trying to figure out, is it the light bulbs that I'm buying? Is like there's something wrong like with like an like a wiring issue in our house? Because it's kind of old. So I'm going to use this year. I'm not sure if I'll keep this going, but I'm going to do like, I don't know what to call it, like a changing out log. I don't know how often you change things out. So it's really important that you change your air filter. I don't do this. My husband does. I think it's what, like once a month? I don't even know. The other day I reminded him about it and he seemed kind of surprised. He's like, oh, let's go ahead and get one. I'm like, oh my gosh, when's the last time you did that? So like jotting down when we change out the air filter, lights in different rooms. I swear the ones in my dining room go out all the time and I can't figure out why. So I'm going to kind of jot that down. Our oil change, water filter for the refrigerator, our pest control, just different things that could kind of like get away from you. So that's what I'm going to use this for. The date that we did it, what it was, like the air filter, and then maybe I'll just jot down, I don't know, the price and where we bought it or something like that. Or our oil change, like whether or not my husband did it. Because sometimes my husband will do it, sometimes I'll bring it to the shop. So this is only just 2 pages, which I kind of like because I don't really know. I don't know if I could, I don't even think I'll be able to fill this whole thing up in 1 year. So I'm not mad that it's only 2 pages. All right. So just like my life planner, I'm going to use this for little transparent mini circle stickers that I'm going to write on these dates. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put like every, important date on here since I do already do this in my life planner. I will definitely, sorry, I just hit my table. I will definitely be putting down like start date for school, end date for school. I will mark October break, winter break, spring break, all that good stuff. And then obviously we don't know what's going on with the school district, but whatever they do to decide to do, they'll still be on a schedule of some kind. So I can still mark that. I thought about marking like birthdays and different stuff like that, but I already do that in my life planner. So I don't know. I'm still deciding on what else other than important school dates I'm going to note in here. Another one, like once we get back out of this COVID season, is maybe sports. So like on certain days when my daughter has practice or certain days, my kids go to church group once a week. That's pretty much every Wednesday. So I don't know that I need to note or jot down every single Thursday. So what I'm going to do is I will section this whole thing off. I will take, again, sticker paper, just white sticker paper, and I'll cover up this whole thing and I'll use it for a grid. I don't really need to see these dates. They're not super important to me. Next year around this time, usually, well, no, the teacher planner usually comes out in April. So I will already have a new one by the time July starts, so I can cover this up. So that's how I will know which colors are which. So there's that. This I'm still kind of deciding on a little bit. I thought that this would be a good place for us to note. I don't know about you guys, but we have small closets here in this house. So we swap out our clothes season to season. So I will put away my kids' summer clothes and I'll put away their winter clothes and have a little bit of a mix of like fall clothes, fall and spring, So what I was thinking is I could just kind of jot down like when I'm bringing them out. We have 2 major kids sales in this area that I sell clothes at and I also buy clothes at. I forget what it's called. Here in Colorado Springs, we've only been to 2. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's a consignment place. So you can go online and list all the clothes that you want to sell, bring them in, drop them off. And then when you do that, you typically have earlier access to some of the new clothes. My daughter loves dresses. This is the best place for me to be able to get some money back on how much I spend for her, and then also be able to buy her some, you know, cute dresses since she rips holes in them pretty much immediately. So I thought that I would just kind of note when we take things out, swap clothes out for different seasons, maybe a declutter schedule. So January will be my month that I declutter maybe closets, and the next one will be like our linen towel situation, or not just towels, but bed sheets and all that good stuff. So I like a declutter schedule of some kind. And then, like I said earlier, kids' clothes sales. So I know pretty much regularly they have the sale in either February or March here. It was canceled this year, and I don't know that they've rescheduled it, but they usually have them in like February and August. So I would want to note that and kind of start preparing in January, like, hey, you know, start going through these winter clothes. What's kind of too small? What can you get rid of? And then typically before I put the clothes away, I'll separate out what I want to sell versus what I want to keep. And that way, when it's time for these sales that happen, I can just pull that bin right out and I can sell those clothes. So that's what I'm thinking about doing for this one. Then we go into these grids. So I have a love-hate relationship with these grids. I like them, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I don't know, like, I guess the grid should help my perfectionism, but I don't know. This is what we're going to go with though. So I'm going to come up with like our master's cleaning schedule. So it's going to be something that I reference, and I'll talk about what I need, how I need to reference it here in just a minute, but I'm going to create a fun, cute little master cleaning schedule. Next, I'm going to come up with like a healthy eating guidelines for us. So sometimes I get into these, you know, new culture, not necessarily dieting habits, but I like to be in on the newest way of eating. My husband hates it, but I just kind of use this as a way to like incorporate things that I'm like how I'm eating right now, and then like how he likes to eat, and we just kind of come up with like a baseline of how we're eating. So like, what is our family focused on? What are some things that the kids really like? What are some things that I really like? What are some staples in our household? So I haven't thought about exactly what this is going to look like, but I'm excited to kind of shape this out. All right, so I got this idea from another planner friend of mine. So gift ideas. She has this beautiful spread in her life planner where she does gift ideas for herself, her husband, and her 5 kids. Hannah, I don't know if you guys follow her, but she's amazing. So I'm thinking about figuring out a way to like make a smaller version of that to include myself, my husband, and our 2 kids. And then also kind of incorporating like my parents, my husband's parents, and then our siblings. So I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but that's what I'm going to put there. I've decided that we want to do a family fun bucket list. I know that right now these times are, you know, a little bit challenging, and we don't know like what the summer is going to look like. But I think that there's all kinds of stuff that we can do outside, and I think it just gives, my husband is just full-time working on some like home business stuff that he's starting. So I think that this will just give us a fun way to just remind ourselves it's time to get out and have fun and do some exciting things with the kids. We'll only be in Colorado for a couple more years, so might as well take advantage of its beauty. So this is the last 2 pages of like the beginning of the planner before it starts what every single month will start out with. So I'm going to do the same thing like what I did for myself with the master cleaning schedule. I'm going to come up with a kids chore, like a master kids chore list, if you will. So what are some things that, and this is something that I will continue to add to, because as they get older, I will be, you know, adding more and more to their list and more ways that they can help out around the house. I'm a full-time working mom. My husband works full-time. He has a home business. So we are busy. The best way that we can like capitalize on our time with the kids and like with ourselves is just making sure that, you know, everybody's kind of doing their part. I'm going to adjust this just a little, sorry. So that's what I'm going to put here. I'm still working on this page. I'm okay with it being blank because I don't want to put something on there that I don't like. So this one's blank for now. So now we're going to start in, this is where the July tab hits. So you can see that this is where you would open your planner to. Like if I wanted to go to October, it's going to open me right to this same page, but for July. Oh, I remember one thing I was going to add to this one. So my husband and I the other day came up with our family goals. And I have the same family goals as he does. Wow, I can speak. Except for I have one more added into it, and that's my planning. So this first page that I was telling you, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I think I do remember down here, I'm going to talk about our goals, our family goals. And this is going to help me break it down month by month, what some of my goals are. So here I'm going to jot down some of what our family goals are. So our 3 goals for our family are supporting each other to develop a strong family business that we run. And then, so just whatever that looks like. So my husband has always had a small business. He's had one for at least 4 or 5 years now. And just recently he's really stepped it up in what he's doing. So for me, I want to make sure that I'm there to support him and help him through that. For him, that's like his number 1 goal, is to be successful in that. Not number 1, but it's really, really important to him. So that's one of them. Another one of our family goals is to stay within our budget. And it's not just so that we can pay off debt, or it's not just to, just to do it. Like, we have some big goals that we want to achieve, and we need like financial freedom to do that. So I'm really close to paying off my student loans. We have to pay off his truck, and then we're gonna come up with a game plan as to how we can start paying off our rental and then our mortgage, and we'll just free up all this capital that we have to do what we want, which goes back to goal 1, which is supporting our business. So budgeting is really important to us. 3, spending time with our family, whether that be date nights for us, fun times with the kids, regardless, family time is in there as number 3. Mine is also just like, kind of like on the back burner, just something that's really important to me. Ways that I can achieve, hitting some of those goals for us is through planning. So that's kind of what this is here. So I will find a fun way to lay out our monthly goals. So keeping in mind those 3 goals that we have as a family, how I'm going to incorporate them for the month. I'm sorry, guys. All right, and then this I thought would be fun. So my daughter is the only one that's in school right now. My son will be going into kindergarten next year, not this coming year. So right now she's the only one that we're really worried about her making sure that she hits her academic goals. Of course, we do stuff with our 4-year-old son, but in my opinion, it's not quite as important as making sure that she is getting what she needs, since she has missed the last half of the year, as everyone has, right? But whether or not the schools decide to go back to the last half of this year, this fiscal year, or like the regular year, not the school year, but the rest of 2020, we don't know yet, at least here in Colorado. So it's going to be really important that we keep on top of making sure that she's up to date with her reading and her writing and her sight words. And she's really great with math, but just continuing to help her keep that love and passion that she has for writing. Math. Can't talk today. And then, of course, I'm just going to keep this just as it is. Dates to remember in July. Anything important we have going on, I'll just jot it right down there. Then you move into the monthly view. So this is where I'm going to treat it just like I would my monthly layout in my life planner. I probably will not be adding everything into here that I put in the life planner. That seems redundant, but this will be anything that's directly important for our family. So appointments that we have, that might be in both of them, but appointments that we have, practice that the kids have, any church events that we have going on. And then this is where I will go back and reference, this page was for our family fun bucket list. So I'll choose a couple of those things. I work every other weekend. So let's say I have this weekend off and this weekend off. I'd want to make sure that we plan at least one thing from our bucket list to do on these weekends. So ideally I'll have about 25 things on our family bucket list by the time I'm done, and we can incorporate 2 a month. And then it's really important for my husband and I to sit down and just reassess our goals. Like, are we hitting them? Are we just, so this happened to me this week. We just sat down and we're like, what are we spending our time focused on? Are we being intentional with our time, and are we working towards our goals? And it's like, ooh, if you're not, let's reevaluate our time. So I really, really like goals meetings with my husband. I leave there super excited and on fire and ready to achieve our goals. So I am a big fan of those. If you guys don't do that, I highly encourage that. All right, this is gonna be the last page. Oh no, I have one more thing to share after this. All right, so this is what every week looks like. You get 6 boxes here. The dates are Monday through Friday. So I've had some people ask me like whether or not you could sub this out for a life planner. You could. It's just that there's no days for no spot here for Saturday and Sunday. Maybe you could split Saturday and Sunday here. I'm not sure how you want to do that, but it does not come with a designated space for it. So I've decided I've chosen 6 really important areas for us that I'd want to plan out each week. If I don't hit each bucket every day, that's going to be okay, but this is going to be my layout. So over here, I'll jot down the days and the times that me and my husband are working. Wednesdays are typically always my off day, so I'm going to come back to that, but this will be our work schedule here. Over here, I'm going to outline any ways that I can support our business. So that was the first goal that I talked about with you guys, so I'm going to be writing down any ways that I can support our business here. Next, I'm going to put my budget. So I might not have something for this every single day, but if I had a no spend day, if I was able to make a deposit for the bank because of saved cash that we had, and I got to make another payment on my student loans. I might jot that down. Time with kids. I might not be able to put something in every single spot, but you know, if I took an extra 20 minutes to read with my kids, or you know, on top of their normal time, like if I came home and we dropped everything and went outside and played, or if we spontaneously went for a bike ride, or just different things like that, I want to be able to like remember those things and jot them down. Or if the kids have like earned time to go to like rock and jump or whatever it's called here, I think it's called rock and jump, you know, trampoline place, we'll jot that down, like to remind ourselves like, hey, Wednesday's my off day. I reminded the kids that I would take them there. So that's that. And then this is where I will be jotting down Mackenzie's schoolwork. So she's not going to ever have anything too crazy going on. If she does, I could probably take out another one of these lines and have two for hers, like reading, writing, and then maybe math and science if I needed to, because this could become redundant, my to-do list, because I will still have my daily life planner and my regular hourly life planner. So I may end up taking this one away and giving both of these to Mackenzie for reading and writing, math and science. And then this will be my housework. So I will go back and reference my master's cleaning schedule, and I'll kind of map out when I want to do these things based off of when I'm working. Typically I'm working the same schedule. Sometimes it'll change. So it's good to know, like, oh, okay, am I going to work later on Monday possibly? Okay, well then I don't want to give myself like too many cleaning tasks, right? So this is how I will lay out my week. I will be perfectly fine if I do not fill out this box for every single day of the week. I understand that sometimes there's not going to be something to write in every single one of them, but this is just how kind of like my brain works in columns of like, these are the things that I'm focused on and how am I going to achieve them each day. So this is the layout that I'm going to be going for using these days. So as you can see, I'm using it for planning out like our family stuff, household stuff, and then also Mackenzie's schoolwork. So the rest of the days all look the same. And I am going to be playing around with this a little bit more. I'll post some pictures with me doing some of these assignments, playing around with them. So this is the end of the month, before it starts August. So I might jot down like some wins and ops for us for a family with our monthly goals. I might just doodle. I might save this page for just pictures and like memory keeping. That's probably what I'll do. So wins and ops for the month, and then family pictures and such. And then we start right back over again with August. So this will be family goals, Mackenzie's schoolwork goals, dates to remember in August, our monthly views. This will be for appointments, practices, church events, school events, anything that we should note, and then family fun times from our bucket list. And then it goes right back into the weekly view. So the last thing I want to show you guys is the graphs that come in the back, or the checklist, checklist. So it's going to be the very last thing in here. It goes to June, and then we're going to flip to the checklist. All right. Okay, so I'm still kind of playing around with these two. So this is what I'm thinking I will be able to use as a checklist. So every single week, I hope that I am meal planning, meal prepping, changing the sheets on the bed or the towels, and the towels. I run the vacuum in our house upstairs and downstairs once a week. I do not clean out my cabinets and fridge every single week, but I think it's a good habit to get into. So I'd love to do that. And I just wrote all the things. So anything more that I think of, I'll put there. I obviously don't want to fill, I just want to be realistic, right? So I don't want to fill this thing from top to bottom if I'm not actually going to be able to do those things. It stresses me out more to fill this whole thing out and not check anything off than it would be to fill this up even a quarter of the way and be able to check this off. So at my work, we use terms like April week 1, April week 2. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. So if I'm starting this next week, I would write May week 1. Oh, actually next week is probably April week 4. But so April week 4, May week 1, May week 2. And I just go down the list like that. So that's how I plan on using this one. I don't remember if I got extra checklists on here, but I think there was a total of like 7 or 8, I think. Maybe even more than that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. Oh, there was 7. Okay. So I only was able to come up with 2 different ways I was going to use this. So I have much more for things that come up. ways that I'm inspired by other people. I just left those blank. So this will be for Mackenzie's. This is another way that I'm using the teacher planner for Mackenzie's schoolwork. So it'll be noting like her reading times, like how often she read, how often she did her sight words, learning, and then her learning app. So again, I think I might even be able to use all these just for her if I did like Monday and then the date, you know, like the dates here for doing her reading, her sight words, her learning apps. And then I think I'm gonna let my OCD slide a little bit and I'm gonna let her check this off because she loves to check things off as well. So that's really it. That's how I'm gonna incorporate this. I did want to show you the stickers that come with it and then the sticker book that I got. So again, checklist goes all the way to the back page. That's really pretty. And then it comes with a couple different sticker sheets, which I think are really pretty. Some of them are foiled. Well, all of this is foiled. This is cute. So like I can even note this kind of stuff when she does go back to school. A little bit of washi here, super cute boxes. And then of course these go, you can take one of these off and these can go up here if you wanted them to, or they actually sell ones that you can customize like this. I didn't get those. Or you can use them here for like little appointment reminders, or you can use them within the weeks. Honestly, however you want to use them, the choice is yours for sure. All right, let me just put this back real quick and then I'm going to show you guys the back. I did get 2 extra sheets here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna use this. I could put a paper in here and use an expo marker to cross things off as I go. I'm not exactly sure I'm gonna use these yet, but I'm sure that there are tons of different possibilities. So last thing I wanted to go over, I do appreciate you guys staying with me. It's kind of a longer video, I'm sorry. I wanted to go over the Cool for School designer sticker book. This is the Classroom Collection Edition 4, and it is really pretty, so I thought I would just kind of go through these pages. I love these little push pins, so cute. I'm loving the washi that came in here too. I can't wait to show you guys that. Little EC circle with like a globe. I love the big flags. Important. So these are some of those transparent, well, I don't know if these are transparent. These are just little circles so you could put over dates. Some of the really pretty to-do reminders, no school, don't forget, appointments, little cute check marks and all the things, asterisks, hearts. Super cute. Oh, I guess here's, I skipped this page. I'm like, where'd washi go? So I love this page. Thought this was super cute. So I love this one right here. You are making a difference every day. And I think that like even as parents, we should remind ourselves that, because our kids want to spend time with us. No matter how tired we are, no matter how much work we've done, they're still eager and waiting for us. So guys, that's it. That's my review of the teacher planner. I can't wait to start incorporating this into everyday use. As I start to do this and get it up and running completely, I will definitely take a video of it and show you guys how it's working for me. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a message. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, follow me on Instagram. I'm most active on there. You guys have a great one.